What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another creepy and scary TikTok reaction video. I'm Jesky Chuck, and let's dive into it. The Tartarian Aether, the free energy. You guys know what time it is. Let's go.
According to new research from Washington University in St. Louis, red bricks can be converted into energy storage units that can be charged to hold electricity, like a battery. Brick has been used in walls and buildings for thousands of years, but rarely has been found fit for any other use. Now, chemists in arts and sciences have developed a method to make or modify smart bricks that can store energy until required for powering devices. While some architects and designers have recognized the humble brick's ability to absorb and store the sun's heat, this is the first time anyone has tried using bricks as anything more than thermal mass for heating and cooling. The red pigment in bricks, iron oxide, or rust, is essential for triggering the polymerization reaction. The author's calculations suggest that walls made of these energy-storing bricks could store a substantial amount of energy. A common material makes an ideal and inexpensive starting point for chemical synthesis. A study published August 7 in Advanced Functional Materials highlights new methods developed by Darcy and collaborators at Washington University's Institute of Materials Science and Engineering. Assistant Professor of Chemistry Julio Darcy and colleagues, including Washington University graduate student Hongmin Wang, first author of the new study, showed how to convert red bricks into a type of energy storage device called a supercapacitor. Darcy said, "Our method works with regular brick or recycled bricks, and we can make our own bricks as well." As a matter of fact, the work that we have published in Nature Communications stems from bricks that we bought at Home Depot right here in Brentwood in Missouri. In this work, we have developed a coating of the conducting polymer PDOT, which is comprised of nanofibers that penetrate the inner porous network of a brick. A polymer coating remains trapped in a brick and serves as an ion sponge that stores and conducts electricity. Darcy said, "We envision that this could be a reality when you connect our bricks with solar cells. This could take 50 bricks in close proximity to the load. These 50 bricks would enable powering emergency lighting for 5 hours. Advantageously, a brick wall serving as a supercapacitor can be recharged hundreds of thousands of times within an hour. If you connect a couple of bricks, microelectronics sensors would be easily powered."
So they're telling us red bricks can be a superconductor for electricity. So all these ancient Tartarian buildings, they were superconductors as well.
So y'all know about Tartaria, right? Did you know that they literally caught a building on film getting energy from the ether? That's what these buildings were for. So y'all know about Tartaria, right? Did you know that they literally caught a building on film getting energy from the ether? That's what these buildings were for. Exactly why all the old world buildings went to point so high up. Think about churches too, collecting the energy of the atmosphere. Allegedly free energy. And it said that these buildings had somewhat of batteries inside of them because they collected the charge and added to the battery, which they no longer have in them anymore. They've been taken out sometime in the past history. And allegedly, all the people who end up learning how to use the ether to make this energy, which is free to supply energy to all things, these people end up just going missing. It's wild. And it's even wilder how nice it was in the 1800s. I mean, look at this. They tell us that they set this stuff up and then just destroyed it right after. They made it in 2 months. but it seems far more logical that they found it the way it was. So what happened to the people that were inhabiting these areas using this ether energy? And it was said that they lived peaceably with the giant back in those days, allegedly. Of course, we have no way of knowing, but the things left behind sure seem that way. Like these giant doors. Why so big? Makes sense, right? Genesis 6, there were giants in the earth in those days, pre-flood, and then after that. So say there was this civilization, this great Tartaria, who had giants living among men using energy from the sky. I mean, what all do they have? We know all the pictures, the skies are whited out for a reason. What all did they have? And what was the cataclysm that took them out? Because there was a cataclysm there, but we just don't know what it was. See,
What better proof do you need than that building harnessing ether from the atmosphere? I wonder where that building is and how is it still standing? I wish I had more information on that building.
Ether. Ether is a unique essence of life force energy that flows through the universe and most of existence. The source of quintessence, chi, aura, and mana. It is the mystical, celestial element that is also known as the fifth element. Fire, water, earth, air, and ether. In Plato's Timaeus, speaking on the topic of air, Plato mentions that they are the most translucent kind, which is called by the name of ether. One claim is that the ether is the pure essence that the mythological gods lived and breathed in the same way humans did with air. Another claim is that the ether is a force used by God himself to create the universe. Another reference would be in the Hermeticist book, the Kybalion, that not only explains its nature, but the plane it comes from. There have been many claims and theories made by alchemists, philosophers, and scientists, such as Nikola Tesla and Dayton Miller, that confirm the ether's existence. Ether is the medium for every electromagnetic wave, from radio waves to gamma rays. Ether exists in elemental, cosmic, and spiritual forces. This is also recorded in the Kybalion's entries.
If Nikola Tesla is responsible for telephones, radio waves, communication, and he's telling us that there's ether, how come we haven't dived more into ether and this technology? You know, it seems like they just putting up these radio towers and want us to connect to these radio towers more than they want us to connect to the ether. Is that gold?
Perfect. Perfect.
Is that gold? They're conducting. What more proof do you need if you don't believe in the ether? It's up there harnessing free energy. Atmospheric generated free energy. This is in Asia. Asia's still doing it. Like it's no one's business. Wow. That's just absolutely fascinating. I want to know your guys' thoughts below on this one. Tell me what you think about in the comments below.
It's not just forgotten undergrounds that are found underneath the roads. Just take a look at this recent roadway uncovery in Russia. Just a paved over metal road. That's right, at a time when metal was a premium, or so we are told. But what was it used for, you might ask? Well, let's take a look at something that the past had in abundance. Red brick buildings. That red brick found in all those mud-flooded buildings, they seemed to use in abundance back then. And now, from the roadway at the beginning of the video to the red brick roadways, did you know red bricks store and conduct electricity? That's right, just ask the NPC's favorite source of knowledge and information. The red pigments in bricks can be converted into plastic that conducts electricity. What an amazing breakthrough that they just recently discovered. Recently discovered or rediscovered? Nothing is new under the sun. Just borrowed, repurposed technology from the old world. Now it's beginning to become clear. All those red brick roads and those red brick buildings to go along nicely with all that antiquitech. The truth has been hidden in plain sight all along. So that's the best place to hide our true history. Remember, history is nothing more than a set of lies agreed upon. And it's a set of lies they agreed upon. Question everything, friends. Until next time.
It's called His Story. They all got together and said, what is our story going to be? Because they can't know the truth. So it's his story. Our history is his story. We've been lied to about everything. Take a look at these. Take a look at these cathedral looking patterns in the ground. They could have had energy everywhere for all we know. We are truly going backwards now. Everything is coaxial. We're relying on antennas and power plants. We are truly going behind. Before I started making these YouTube videos, I was like, you know what? We got the Teslas. We're launching stuff into space. You know, we're moving on. No, they were on a whole different level back in the day. Nothing is new under the sun.
I got to always take everything to the next level. I had to install that portable charger to the staff so that way I can charge it on the go. I got my lights, you feel me? All my lights. I got the magnetite dust with the mercury inside, infused inside of here. I got the magnetic gyro here. I put the links on here, so because I'm about to put a strap on this, I can strap onto my back. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Then I got I put the thick braided copper wire right here. I'm gonna put it through a 3-inch solid copper ball. So that way I ain't got to stick a staff in the morning ground. I can just throw the ball in the water and it's going to be up from there. You know what I'm saying? Of course, I got the generator, which powers the transformer. You know what I'm saying? Puts that electric current through at 144 hertz. And then I'm also going to add the tuning fork at 144 hertz. And I got to always take everything to the next level. I had to install that portable charger.
Me looking at this staff kind of makes me think, man. If the angels that fell, they had they had heavenly knowledge. The angels that fell, that were cast out of heaven, they had all the heavenly knowledge of technology, all that. Do you think they came down here and was just horse and wagoning? No. They taught them how to probably conduct and do all these different things. And does it say that Moses' staff was made out of wood? Did it say it was? Let's type that in. I wouldn't be surprised if he had something, that was generating. What was Moses' staff made out of according to the Bible? They don't say if it's made out of any type of wood. Or, of course, from just what I'm looking at, I can be diving in. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. If there's scripture that can back up saying, oh, and this, and this, it says it was made out of cedar wood or it was made out of this type of wood, please correct me. But all I'm seeing here is just saying it's a rod or a staff. He used it to turn into the snake. So there's no telling what type of technology the staff was actually made out of. Just to make you think, man, because if we take this whole new paradigm that they had the best technology back in the day, he could have been generating with that staff. We don't know. I'm interested in your thoughts below with this new hypothesis. Let's keep going on these waters.
Civilization depended on the industry of what we will call the living waters. Sound, vibration, and frequency was just as integral to the success of their technology as water was. This interconnected and interdependent energetic relationship is what makes the stars and all life itself possible in the first place. This is why so many of the structures contain huge bells and chiming clocks. The sound would influence the molecular structure of the water, which was then used for a variety of purposes. They were structural openings to manipulate sound waves, the vibrations and acoustics, so they could tune the electromagnetic energy in conjunction with the water in a variety of ways to achieve different results. Their civilization depended on the industry of what we will call the living waters.
Man, one of my older teachers in my younger days always used to refer to the living waters. Now it's getting more clear to me what the living waters actually is. This is deep, man. This is real deep. I just want to take a moment and show you some of the different types of decorations, what they were able to create in the old world. Who built this? Our generation didn't build this. This had to be 1600s, 17, 18, and they just found it. I wouldn't be surprised if they found the furniture still in there. Somebody tell us the truth. Who built this? Look at these structures. The inside looks just as beautiful as the outside of these. Look at the lion on top. Man, this stuff is priceless. Beautiful. The lion has a crown. If you got a town this beautiful, when you go out, say you lived in a town back in the day in the Tartarian world, if every building you went to looked like this, you wouldn't want to be inside on the TV all day. You would want to be walking around, gathering that ether. Just the vibration of the building is going to heal you. You know? They want us trapped in a room with goggles over our head in darkness. Why would we want goggles over our head in darkness when there's such a beautiful world out there like this? This isn't even nature. You know, I love nature. I love trees. I love the birds. I love everything about nature I love. But this type of art gives you some type of a beauty perspective, not comparable to nature, but almost a level right under it that you can appreciate. That's no longer there. Nobody is doing this no more. You guys see that orb bouncing? Look at that. Y'all don't see that orb? Something's in there trying to tell him something. I know y'all see that, right? I'm not the only one. That's not dust. Was that marble? Look, that's marble right there. Man, they did whatever they want, didn't they? They literally did whatever they wanted back in the day. Whatever their imagination could dream of, they did that plus something on top of that. They did whatever they wanted. You know, it's like I don't know what to say. Like, this world is so big. There's so much to see. We have been lied to about so much. It's just overwhelming what is actually out there and what they're trying to hide. Your thoughts in the comments below.
Charge of the site. Water. You know, if you sleep over underground, charge of the site. He's talking about unfired bricks. You know that the bricks that are fired at lower temperature have a higher dielectric. They breathe charge better. It's such an important thing to keep the life force. So here's another one of his maps of a district in near Motol in the Czech Republic, and then he magnetically maps the significance of what he calls the geoshifts, which we would call the fault lines, the cracks, and the relationship to the underground water. You know, if you sleep over underground water, your aura goes with it. It ain't good. So if you understand where the water veins are under the building, then you know you put the water vein under the wall. It's actually obvious why your aura would travel with the underground water, because your aura wants to go with it. It makes sense. So don't sleep over underground water vein. And the map of the geopathic stress, etc. So all these things give you a clue to the proper way to orient your living space with respect to the life force of the area. Here he's talking about the geoshifts, the fault, and the water again, and aligning the buildings so they're...
Yeah, that was a little bit too much for me to grasp. Maybe you guys could grasp something for that. But those red bricks he was showing, I don't even think those buildings are real, to be honest.
Charge of the site, the Czech Republic, and
Let's go. There's a couple buildings he pointed out that I just fascinated. It just was one that's real. That's real. I don't know, man. Where are these buildings? This was the one. Man, look at that. They built a castle on top of a house. I never seen such a beautiful design. Look at it. This must be the stairs, how you go up, and then you're on top. Then you got a bridge up there. How cool is this building? I can't even say I would want a house like this because I know it would be too much. You know, but I know we have the resources for every family to get what they need and to be living like this, man. Nobody should be struggling. We have everything we need to make this, especially free energy. There's other stuff that they were worrying about back in the day, you know? But energy and living wasn't it. Guarantee that.
That Earth has ever seen. The most skilled master craftsmen that Earth has ever seen. These weren't just built to look pretty, they had a purpose. From energy stores to sound frequency healing. These buildings simply cannot be recreated today.
Nobody can recreate these. Nobody.
There are places in this world that seem to defy logic. For example, in India, we're told all these temples are built by normal humans. In many cases, we're told that these places took several hundred years to create. And just imagine trying to carve your way into solid rock with primitive tools, copper chisels, and then creating something like you see here. I think it's just unfathomable how they did what they did, and in many ways, it's almost extraordinary. You know, it's incredible when you look back from the year 2023 and people still can't agree on how they might have done certain things, like a lot of the sculptures and the so-called lathe-turned pillars and everything else. And every temple had its own unique thing. They were truly extraordinary designs.
Thanks for watching. Like, comment, and follow at Mike Priest ARR for more content like this.
Tu dirti quest'idea?
You know, if they can make stuff back in the day that beautiful, that I can't even fathom how they did it, heaven must be on a whole new level. They say the streets are painted with gold. But I couldn't even fathom the building construction, the architecture. If they have buildings like that, like I just showed you, that's my brain can't even process how they built it, or it just draws a blank. The neurons don't fire, you know. I really can't imagine how it looks like in heaven, y'all. Call me biased, call me I just call it how I see it, man. If you guys made it this far, drop the 100 and say great video. Helps the algorithm, or you can do what you want, man. I don't know anymore. But I appreciate all you guys that's following, liking, subscribing. I'm gonna continue posting and doing my best. I'm gonna work on going live. Might go live in a little bit, honestly. Yeah, man, I'm just doing my thing, trying to get better, and I appreciate everyone that's on this journey with me, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace out.